Have you ever wondered if you are autistic and maybe just have never been diagnosed? Today we are going to go over 12 reasons why high-functioning autism is missed. Howdy, howdy. Welcome to my channel. I'm Danielle and I have autism. I also have ADHD and learning disabilities. So welcome. Hope you stick around and hear what I have to say. Number one, masking symptoms. A lot of people on the spectrum everybody wants to fit in. So we mask, we try to mimic people around us. Nobody wants to feel like an outcast. And when you have high functioning autism, it's a lot easier to try and blend in with people that you see and try and mimic their same actions to just fit in. So this is really a way that can be missed for trying to diagnose autism. Number two, early misdiagnosis. Definitely. Usually, when you are diagnosed with autism, it is not. With high functioning autism, it is definitely not your first diagnosis. Definitely not. I know that was the case for me. A lot of the time, especially with women, they're diagnosed with being bipolar, they're diagnosed with OCD, uh, social anxiety disorder. And a lot of these can be comorbid, I think that's the correct word, where you can have multiple diagnoses, and some of these you can have both. But a lot of times you have to go through the wrong diagnosis until you get the right one. And it can be very frustrating, especially if there's medication that's involved. So, number three, change in definition. What does this mean? Maybe you were born before they really knew what autism was, or maybe you were born before the definition of autism was revised in 2013, and they redid the whole thing, and this could play a huge role. Autism has always been around, but being able to recognize it and the symptoms, those are really just now starting to be focused on and studied, which is great. It's very important. What's next? Number four. I could probably pick a different name for this, but I named it female sex. Females are 4 times less likely to be diagnosed than males. Why is this? The theory suggests that symptoms of ASD manifest differently in females. I would agree with that. I know that a lot of times when a male is diagnosed with autism, it's because he's loving, he's affectionate, and this really just isn't a trait in dominant males. They are dominant and not so reserved. And when it comes to girls on the spectrum, we're more like tomboyish, and we can go undiagnosed for a long time. I know that usually most of the time you are diagnosed with autism for high functioning autism, you're diagnosed between the ages of 4 and 7. And if you aren't diagnosed within those times, you can go your whole life until you're adult. And this can really have devastating effects on an individual, all the way from home life to personal life to work to to relationships. So I hope that anybody's out there that's seeking a diagnosis or feel like they have been given the wrong diagnosis continues to look for answers. Don't stop, don't give up. You are your best advocate. And high functioning autism is not an actual diagnosis. It's a way to describe somebody who falls on the spectrum, but they're also verbal. They can communicate, and they can essentially live on their own. They can do their own hygiene, they can cook basic meals, and some of us can drive. So when someone's diagnosed, usually it would have been called Asperger's syndrome. They no longer use this term. It's just ASD, which is a spectrum. And there are 3 levels of ASD, but again, that's to help understand and know what kind of support that you would need if you fall on the spectrum. Let me know what you guys think. Anything else to add to this for mistaking being diagnosed, or reasons why high functioning autism is missed until adolescence or adulthood. I'm out. Talk to you guys later.